All right, what is going on, guys? So today, as inspired by the reemergence of the horror community video, we are going to be diving into each one of those creators that I mentioned in that video in their own specific videos. So everybody will have one in no specific order. It probably won't be in the same order as that of the video, but that is what we're going to be doing. As always, this was suggested by a commenter. Their name is The Woody. I believe I've made another video based off of their suggestions in the past, so I do appreciate the suggestion. If you're watching this, it gives me something to make. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into our first creator. Now, I'm sure you know who the creator is based on the title of this video, but it is Nightmare Files. Now, why would I pick Nightmare Files first? I picked Nightmare Files first really just because of his interaction with me and with my previous kind of horror series on what happened to the horror community as a whole. So I'm going to be making my video on him first, highlighting his rise and, how he got to where he is today and what he's kind of done for the horror community recently or just throughout the time of his channel. So he joined YouTube on April 2nd of 2018. So right around the time that my channel started, actually. However, I haven't uploaded nearly as much. I have uploaded as much, but I wasn't as strict with growing my channel as he has been, clearly. So he's amassed just over 14.4 million views, which that's a lot of views for sure. That is definitely respectable. And he kind of blew up through his narrating of horror stories. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Mostly true horror stories. That's kind of what he focused on and still focuses on. Now, this isn't just like Mr. Nightmare, right? Now, there's a lot of channels out there that are just like Mr. Nightmare or Bebusta or Corpse Husband or, just like that. They just read a scary story. He's not like that. He's actually been really good about making interesting videos on interesting topics. One of the ones that I've actually really enjoyed recently has been while executing a search warrant, police didn't expect to find this. And it was a video about a serial killer, kind of. And it was really interesting. I actually really enjoyed the video. It was really engaging. I liked it a lot. However, I also really like his older videos. His first ever video was Eyeless Jack, which, if I'm not mistaken, that is a creepypasta. But, everybody's got to get a start from somewhere, right? And this is coming from me, which I've actually personally tried to start a horror channel in the past. I think I mentioned it before. The video's out there somewhere. I never deleted it. I don't know where. I don't remember the channel name. So it probably has a total of 4 views on it. So if you want to go try and find it, you can go try and find it. However, I can almost guarantee you will not find it. But with that being said, he got his rise on YouTube through, obviously, scary stories. But on top of this, he's also always had this kind of recurring theme of tying different things in. He's done stuff like disturbing photos with creepy backstories. That was his second video ever, followed by 10 photos with disturbing backstories. And also he went on to go and make videos such as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the true story, what really happened. Stuff like that, which is interesting because there's not a ton of horror creators that are really making content like that. Don't get me wrong, there's a few out there. I'm not trying to say Nightmare Files is the only one making content like that. There are other ones. However, it is interesting to see a creator make like, a movie or an event and, the true story behind it. Because honestly, with a lot of those urban legends or movies or stuff like that, the story really does get twisted quite a bit. So he's done a lot of stuff like that, a lot of just, typical stories. There's also been a lot of animated stories and a lot of deep web stories. Now, deep web stories will always have a special place in my heart because that is what originally got me into the horror community. Being a little nerdy when it comes to computers and stuff, the deep web or the dark web or whatever you want to call it is something I've personally explored in my own time. I've learned a lot about it. And I've also ventured onto it a few times, not trying to incriminate myself, FBI. I promise you I am an outstanding, normal citizen. I pay my taxes and I do everything like that. Not really. I don't even actually have taxes because I don't really work any job. But, yeah, with that being said, FBI, don't help me down. So, he obviously started making a lot of videos like that, a lot of, them themed around a specific place. One of my favorite videos that I find quite funny is 3 Disturbing True Sam's Club Horror Stories, which I've had some personal relationships with Sam's Club on my channel. So, quite interesting there. And also, he's uploaded a lot of animated stories. Now, I can't say for certain if he makes the animations or if they are just like uploads. I would assume that he makes the animations. I haven't really gone and checked, so I do apologize for not checking beforehand. I probably should have before I went ahead and started making this video. Just almost died there. But yeah, probably should have checked. But I assume that they are his own animations. And, they're quite nice. I quite enjoy an animated horror story because it gives a little bit of visual information. You get to like visualize what's going on in the story. And now I have heard a lot of arguments for the black screens, like, oh, I like the black screens, this, and that. I've gotten comments like that from people, and yeah, I can feel that because honestly, a lot of times with these scary stories or mysteries or stuff like that, I actually put them on in the background and go ahead and do something else. However, I can't appreciate a animated story because sometimes I do want to watch them, and I'm sure everybody kind of wants to watch them sometimes. And when you watch something, it sticks in your head a little better. So, yeah, that's definitely interesting. He's definitely done that, and he's just progressed like crazy. I mean, honestly, to be only 2 years in to, YouTube and stuff like that, and already be hitting pretty big numbers. He has videos that are over 1 million views. He has, like 200,000 subscribers, a little over. So, there's a lot of stuff like that, and that's cool. And on top of this, he's also been doing horrifying videos from around the internet or, videos from around the internet and stuff like that, which I really like those videos too. Those are some of my favorite videos from like Nexpo and stuff like that is when he does those videos from around the internet. I find them really interesting, just these videos that are out there on the internet. So he's been making a lot of those too. And this is like, I truly find him to be pretty revolutionary in the horror community. Not only do you guys love him that watch him, I've gotten a ton of comments that mention his name, which I'm sure a lot of you guys came from his channel onto those videos because he has been quite nice to me and has actually been posting a lot of my videos on his community page, which I really hugely appreciate, as well as you guys that come over from those posts. I really do appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. So, with that, he's a really good guy to be able to do something like that, and he makes really interesting videos. He's truly different in the horror community. He takes a little bit from everything, kind of. And this is like what I said in my original horror-themed video. He's really embraced the kind of different directions the horror community has taken in a really good way. Not only does he do those kind of mysteries and, top 10 kind of things and, lists and stuff like that, not only does he do that route that a lot of channels have switched over to because that's obviously a more favorable meta now, but he does still do, he does still read out scary stories. In fact, the most recent video at the time of this recording is 10 scary short true horror stories. So he's still out there reading stories, but he's also doing some other more engaging content as well. So it's really good. It's cool to see that. It really is. So to wrap up this video, a pretty big name in the kind of upcoming horror community. Sure, he's not huge, but I don't doubt that he will make it there someday if he keeps pushing forward. He could easily get over 1 million subscribers within the next couple years, especially getting, as many as he has in pretty much 2 years now, to get about 100,000 a year, which I'm sure it didn't actually play out perfectly like that. But, if you could divide it by the time you've been on YouTube and it's about 100,000 a year, that's pretty promising, because once you hit 10 years, which is, what a lot of YouTubers hit, you're already at 1 million subscribers. So I truly do think that he's going somewhere with his channel. I think it's really interesting. It's really helping the horror community out. If you are interested in the horror community and you have not checked out Nightmare Files for yourself, I highly recommend you do. Personally, it wasn't somebody that I watched a lot in the past, but once I saw that he was kind of interacting with my videos, I got curious. I wondered who this is, especially with all the people in my comment section too. I had to check him out, and I've actually really enjoyed his content. I'm now a subscriber and stuff like that. So really great content. Really interesting what he's doing for the horror community. I think there's a lot of sustainability with his channel, and I think it'll go far. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you came from Nightmare Files, let me know down in the comments below, just because I want to know, if you're on my channel because of him. And if not, that's cool too. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 500 by the end of the year, and I really think we could do it if we keep some forward momentum. So let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As always, have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.